Finally, after days of downward momentum, is the market about to change? Some massive news coming out of the SEC, as well as a pivot from Trump and many others. Bitcoin holders are holding strong, but is this the bottom? Are we heading on up? We'll break down some of those key things in this video. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you're updated every single day with what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So in breaking news, the SEC has just published a meme coin stance, ultimately reinforcing that meme coins are not securities. This is a big deal, and importantly here is a complete pivot from the SEC, aligned to consensus being thrown out, as well as Uniswap, Coinbase, and everything else is very, very interesting. Quote, the Securities and Exchange Commission dropped an informal meme coin policy on the crypto industry, saying investors generally won't get protected if they're burnt by such investments, which SEC don't consider to be securities. The SEC staff offered up a definition of meme coins as tokens that are tied to such things as meme characters, current events, or trends. The guidance follows remarks from Commissioner Hester Peirce earlier this month when she said that many of the meme coins on the market are not securities. So this, however you look at it, is actually a big deal and is a complete 180 pivot on the SEC. Align that, therefore, to a new Trump and SEC's direction. The markets finally look like the bottom is in. Are we finally heading up, or is there some more pain to come? We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But like we said, the Coinbase case has now officially been dismissed. There is the documentation there saying that this has been fundamentally thrown out, aligned to many of these others, Uniswap, as well as Gemini. And in fact, Gemini are looking to go after the SEC for the years of pain that has been brought. Very interesting indeed. Like I said, Trump supporting the industry by making sure the SEC has clear guidelines and, more importantly, can go after such things. So the question, therefore, is why the market dump? Why are we still in this world? Well, there's two charts I want to talk to you about, this one here particularly and this one as well. First, let's start here. What you've got here is understanding the market. These are Bitcoin, the age of which those Bitcoins are in certain wallets. You can see the purple are no days to 1 day. Shows how quickly people are simply dumping Bitcoin. Get it one day, sell it the next. There is no surprise, therefore, we are seeing significant declines in the market or volatility as people either flow into it or flow out. When you look at the longer terms, though, those are staying pretty solid. So what does that mean, or what does that tell us? Well, bigger holders are either accumulating or holding their positions. These smaller ones here, in this case, the purple and orange, are wallets with over or up to a week's worth of Bitcoin holding. Very interesting to think about. Now, you therefore combine it to this chart, and shout out to Terrence Michael here, giving us a view on fear and greed. Now, for many of you, you'll have seen the fear and greed index looking pretty bearish. We actually dropped as low as 10 today. Market slightly recovering, and we are starting to maybe push to the upside. But what this is telling us in history, generally on big bear markets, on big pushdowns on fear and greed index, what follows generally seems to be a very solid run. Take the earliest example that we have previous to where we are now, September 2024, we did see a score of 22, but within a month, we'd surged 20% to a $65,000 Bitcoin. So when you kind of align all these sort of things, it is very interesting to look at that history necessarily doesn't repeat itself, but it often does rhyme. And we've seen this so true with many different aspects. Align it, like we said, to the number of wallets that are selling that have been holding very little Bitcoin for such a short period of time. And finally, regulatory policy that sits with meme coins. And I guess the sector that a lot of people are nervous about. We've seen it on Solana. We've seen a significant amount of volume as well as fees drop. But what does this mean in the longer term? Well, for me, this is obviously a very bullish sentiment. We know that the potential upside is going to come. And more importantly, we're now getting regulatory clarity aligned to what I think most people want. Take a look at the Bitcoin chart, for example. We are actually showing a green candle as we came and retested the 200-day moving average. This is a key level, and it's held very, very well. And in fact, in history, just to give you some examples of what this looked like, we generally see about 43 days from the market top or the local top to the bottom. Well, guess what? If we do exactly the same of where we've got now, we become a very interesting moment in time. Well, let's take a look at it. What does this mean? We take a look at that. We are currently sitting at 37 days. So you'd argue maybe a couple more days heading into early next week. We get PCE tomorrow and a couple of other indicators from a macroeconomic standpoint. Could we therefore see the bottom? Are we about to see this reversal, this push back up as we move on. Lots of people now starting to get on the narrative that October could be the market top if you were to play out a double top scenario. And that looks like it could be in play. So when we summarize, what have we got? Well, a pro meme coin policy. It really is clear in terms of what they look like and, more importantly, not deemed as a security. You've got Trump ultimately supporting a cryptocurrency stance, and you've got people like Howard Lunick absolutely pushing for this narrative. You've got wallets that are holding a lot of Bitcoin holding strong, and short-term sellers are selling. And every single moment in history where we see a significant decline on fear and greed index is generally followed by at least a 30% move. Well, that could be well on the cards coming over the course of the next week, maybe 10 days. So keep your eyes peeled. Very interesting. I think the market's still got a lot to give us. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, as always, down below. And if you do want to trade leverage or looking to get any of your positions, check out link for MEXC in the description, as well as Marbit. Sneak peek, we've got a $1,000 giveaway coming up in just over a week. So I highly recommend grabbing a bag, seeing what we're doing by going to marbits.io. But until next time, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.